Hi, I'm Felicia, owner and operator of Therapy for the Soul, and this is your weekly Archangel Michael message, and it's for the date of March 4th. So I'm joined today by Archangel Michael, and so he had me move things around so that he could appear behind me. So it's really symbolic, and he wants you to know that right now, right here, he's with you. He's right behind you. He's got your back. He's helping you to create what he's calling miraculous manifestations. So I am so grateful for everybody that has been watching this series that Michael has been bringing through on miracles. You are a miracle. Expect a miracle. And this week's message, miraculous manifestations. Wow, that sounds pretty hardy, doesn't it? Right? When I heard that expression this morning in meditation, I thought, ooh, this one's going to be a doozy. Because Archangel Michael is, and I'll give you a little angel 101. So angels are not separate from God. Okay, so when you believe in angels, it's not so that you pray to angels and you worship angels. Angels are divine messengers. Angel means messenger. And the divine, God, creator, however you say that, however you have free agency over how you relate to this energy of the universe, the creator, is, right, where the angels come from and who they actually, if they had a boss, would be working for. Archangel Michael is called the chieftain of the archangels. So there are 9 choirs of angels. Above the archangels are seraphim, and seraphim are the ones that sing holy, holy praise to God at all times. And they're much higher, but Archangel Michael and the archangels specifically were created to work with mankind. When God created, Genesis created the earth, he also created angels. There's stories of angels. Archangel Joviel appears in the story of Adam and Eve. She is the one that after they leave, that God puts there to say, right, you're now going into the world. She's the angel of beauty. She's powerful and amazing, and some of you guys work with her in her beautiful pink light. And her name means she who is most like God. Some of them appear more feminine and more masculine, but ultimately they carry both yin and yang energy. There are times when Michael comes through and he's very forceful and very young, very strong. He's often, right, experienced that because he's the warrior energy. Is here, his job is to help humanity to rise above, right, the grips of fear. And in doing so, you can live your purpose. And I know that there are 2 main questions that come in our spiritual path. Who am I? And what am I here for? I read about this in my first book, Uncommon Faith. When you start asking those questions, and I think that this is a great week to start asking those questions. Who am I? And what am I here for? Your life will begin to change because you'll begin to really contact who you really are and decide, what am I here for? What do I love? What do I have to share? That's when miraculous manifestations begin to happen. So let's take a moment right now, and this is where I teach in the angels class that we want to have a blending space. So we're often in our sort of 3D reality, and the angels are in a higher vibration. And when we raise our vibration, their vibration is easier to connect to. So right here in this moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath, move into a space of reverence, of gratitude. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being with us all here today, for bringing forth this message so it's relatable and attainable, to give us guidance on miraculous manifestations. And I offer myself as a channel for you to bring this message forth. I am grateful to be of service. I'm grateful to know who I am and what I'm here for. And I'm grateful for your assistance of bringing that forward. So Archangel Michael is showing me, has a guide. So there's been times in my life, and I even came into Theta Healing because of Archangel Michael. I was at a time of growth in my career. I was doing a lot of Reiki, and I was starting to see that people weren't progressing at the level that I knew was possible. I had faith that people could truly heal, but we were sort of getting to managing things, and I had a heart's desire to be of greater service. I knew that I had this untapped potential within me to help people more. And I began to pray on that. And I began to send that out energetically to the universe, to God. That time I wasn't even thinking of God. I was just thinking universe. Help me to be able to help people more. And anything that you're in manifestation of means that you and the universe, you and God, right, begin to work together. And so in that, think of it when you're working in a team. You have to be, you're showing crystal clear in a team, right? Because if the leader, right, which is you are the one that invokes these things, and you're saying to your team, right, well, maybe we could, or possibly we should, I'm not really sure, but here's your directives. Everyone would be sitting there with like, you showing like a question mark. Like, what do you want us to do? Okay, what's the goal? What are you trying to attain? And how would those team members leave that, right? Leave that and go out. So he's showing a lot of you guys, he's talking to the leaders out there, right? And the ones that need to take some charge and lead in their life. Is that, right? Think of it, moms in the home, dads in the office, right? When you guys aren't clear and the kids don't know clearly what you're asking of them, you're probably going to see limited results. So the first thing that he's bringing forth is that to be really clear about what you want to manifest. And this is a time, and what if you sometimes we have to sit down and have a heart-to-heart, right? Heart-to-heart. And have a heart-to-heart first with yourself. Felicia, what do you truly want? What is it that you wish to attain? How can you be more of service? And then you say heart-to-heart with, right, the divine, the angels, with God, all of them, and you say, thank you, God, thank you, angels. This is what I would be open to assistance to. Angels can't intervene. They can assist you. So this is what I'd want to see. And it isn't always like I want to see a new car, right? A big bank account, those kind of things. And you can do that pretty much on your own. You go to the bank, right? Without God involved and taking a big loan. But let's say you want to, right, help people on a larger scale in whatever way that you do it, right? And that's part of manifestation, will be in service. So when you're working manifestation, I really encourage you to think of how much service it'll allow you to be, because that's living purpose. Whenever you're of service, you're also living purpose. Whenever you're in service, you're also living purpose. So whenever you're making the world a better place, and your manifestations will always make things better, a greater good of all, greater good of you. So first thing is to have a heart-to-heart with yourself and get really clear about the directives you're sending out. That way you can start seeing. And then, right, start paying attention to the results and celebrate those results. Whoa, good. I got one step closer. I got one step closer. Ooh, and start seeing things that are coming back. Because as soon as you start doing that, the universe is going to start responding. And here's the other thing. He's showing me half, right? So if I just put up one hand, well, maybe I'm ready. But if you put up both hands, right, you're fully ready. That's different. Even the Buddha would say, this is half-hearted and this is wholehearted, right? So if you put forward half-hearted, right, half-hearted desires, half-hearted effort, what do you think you're going to get back? Half-hearted. It's going to match you. The universe is actually a law, like an energy and a frequency. So whatever you put back, it matches, right? So whatever I send out, I receive back. So, right? First step, have a heart-to-heart. Second step, right? And who am I? What am I here for? Begin to write about this. Second step, get really clear. Give out very powerful, direct directives. Right? In Theta Healing, we call those commands. It says, right, creator of all that is, it is commanded, right, that I be of service. And I do so by growing my clients. That even what I say is that for every one person I help, that they'll tell two more, and I'll be able to help more and more and more. Thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So the next step, right? Guess what he's saying? Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So we got two cards that hopped out, and we'll take the third one. So this is the week. So in the part about the heart-to-heart. And so, heart-to-heart. The heart-to-heart, this is a card about the Page of Earth. So it's being really grounded. And a heart-to-heart about and this is about kind of what you want to see as far as like abundance in your life. Where is it? And it's got a lot to do with study. So what have you been studying in your life? What is, like, if you have a degree in something or you're working on your degree, what do you want to see that turn into? Is that what you're studying right now? And some of you guys are sort of like not really focused on anything. Decide something to study, even in spiritual studies, right? If you're really about manifestation, one great thing to start studying is the law of attraction. 3 parts to it. Keep going, right? Not just sit around and think about stuff, but actually study it. Start to do that. If you want to know more about yourself, begin to think of your life as a study. Start looking at yourself. What am I doing with my time? What do I want to see? Do I see any benefit from what I'm doing? Ask yourself the harder questions. So start to, who am I? What am I here for? And begin to see what you have been studying in life. And whatever you've been studying, you're going to see around you. And if you have a degree that you're not using, you might want to start using it, right? Because don't give up on those miraculous manifestations, because they take a minute. Okay, so then that's the first step in, heart to heart. And then the next step in, the directives is to know that you have good ideas and inspirations, and you've got to know that in the directives, you've got to put out, and this is a card where he's out on a limb. This little horse takes it out on the limb. So when you give in miraculous manifestations, you're going to have to step outside, You're going to have to take a risk to start going this is really what I want to see. And sometimes it's a little challenging in the beginning, and that's the caution on this card, is there might be a few challenges, but you can get through them. So get clear, and being clear often has a little challenging, a little learning curve to it, When you send out something and it doesn't come back the way that you thought, you need to clarify it, you need to get more clear in your language and be more honest with what you're really asking. So the last part about gratitude, Woo! This is a great card, gratitude, and this is what's going to lead you to the King of Earth, who is, as there's going to be success, that you're going to confidently accept the opportunities, and you'll have the Midas touch. So gratitude is like putting the gold on it, putting the gold stamp on it, and say, whoop, yep, I approve of that. I want more of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just think thank you is the attitude that you have this week. And when you pray and when you call in things, say thank you before you even get it. Thank you. Thank you. In Theta Healing, we say, thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. So if you want the Midas touch, thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Would you like to know what the Midas touch is? Ask Creator to bring that feeling into you now, that if gold was flying out of you, everything you touch turned to gold, Those things that you want to create, miraculous manifestations, that you have the Midas touch, that you're going to do it. You're going to do it with faith, you're going to do it with conviction, and you're going to do it with your whole heart. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for, if it means something to you, share it with two, If it means something to you, share it with two. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for making your presence known. Thank you to God for bringing forth a wonderful life. I am grateful. I am thankful. I am blessed. Have a wonderful week. Namaste and angel blessings.